Introducing a comprehensive guide to healing from heartbreak, inspired by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. In this video, we delve into 10 powerful principles drawn from Stoic philosophy, offering practical insights and strategies to navigate the tumultuous waters of heartache with grace and resilience. From acknowledging emotions without being overwhelmed by them, to finding meaning in the experience, each principle serves as a guiding light on the path to healing and self-discovery. Join us as we explore these timeless teachings and learn how to cultivate inner peace, strength, and serenity in the face of adversity. Here are 10 essential principles to help you heal like a Stoic without the drama. 1. Acknowledge your emotions, but don't drown in them. In the wake of heartbreak, emotions can surge like a tidal wave, threatening to engulf us in their depths. Stoicism offers a guiding light in these tumultuous waters, teaching us not to suppress our feelings, but to acknowledge them with clarity and composure. Imagine standing on the shore, facing the crashing waves of sadness, anger, and despair. Stoicism invites us to step into the water, to feel the raw power of these emotions without being swept away by them. By acknowledging our feelings without judgment or resistance, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our experience. The Stoics understood that emotions are natural and inevitable aspects of the human condition. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most influential figures, wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." In other words, it is our perception of events that shapes our emotional response, not the events themselves. Acknowledging our emotions allows us to observe them from a place of detachment, like a wise observer watching the clouds pass across the sky. We can recognize the temporary nature of our feelings, understanding that they will ebb and flow like the tides. But acknowledging our emotions does not mean allowing them to control us. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a sense of inner calm and resilience, even in the midst of turmoil. Like a sturdy ship navigating stormy seas, we can weather the emotional storms of heartbreak with courage and grace. So, acknowledge your emotions, but don't drown in them. Embrace them as part of your journey, but hold fast to the helm of your own inner peace. In doing so, you will discover a newfound strength and serenity that will carry you through even the darkest of nights. 2. Focus on what you can control. In the aftermath of a breakup, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by a sense of powerlessness. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to this feeling, reminding us to focus our attention on the things within our control rather than dwelling on what lies beyond our reach. Imagine standing at a crossroads, faced with the choice between two paths. One path leads to rumination and despair, where we obsess over the past and lament the things we cannot change. The other path leads to empowerment and resilience, where we focus our energy on the present moment and the actions we can take to shape our future. The Stoic philosophers recognized that there are certain things in life that are beyond our control, such as the actions of others, external circumstances, and the passage of time. Seneca wrote, "Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant." Instead of railing against the forces of fate, Stoicism encourages us to accept the things we cannot change and to direct our efforts towards the things we can. By focusing on what we can control, we reclaim our agency and autonomy in the face of adversity. We may not be able to change the fact that a relationship has ended, but we can choose how we respond to that reality. We can choose to cultivate qualities like resilience, gratitude, and self-love that will sustain us on our journey of healing. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Our thoughts and attitudes are within our control, and by mastering them, we can transform even the most challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. So, focus on what you can control. Shift your attention away from the past and towards the present moment, where your actions have the power to shape your destiny. Embrace your agency and take decisive steps towards a brighter future, knowing that you hold the keys to your own happiness and fulfillment. 3. Practice acceptance. In the midst of heartbreak, acceptance can feel like an elusive concept, a distant shore on the horizon of our pain. Yet Stoicism teaches us that acceptance is not a surrender to fate, but a courageous embrace of reality as it is. Imagine standing before a mirror, gazing at your reflection with unflinching honesty. Acceptance is like looking into that mirror and seeing yourself, flaws, scars and all, without judgment or resistance. It is a radical act of self-love and self-compassion, a willingness to embrace the full spectrum of human experience. The Stoic philosophers understood that life is inherently unpredictable and often beyond our control. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, wrote, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Instead of railing against the injustices of the world or lamenting the things we cannot change, Stoicism invites us to accept the reality of our circumstances with equanimity and grace. Acceptance does not mean resignation or defeat. It is not about denying our emotions or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. Rather, acceptance is a radical act of surrender, a letting go of resistance, and a willingness to embrace the present moment as it is. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Acceptance is an acknowledgement that true happiness lies not in changing our external circumstances, but in shifting our internal perspective. So, practice acceptance. Embrace the reality of your situation, however painful it may be, and trust that by surrendering to what is, you will find a sense of peace and freedom that transcends the temporary storms of life. In accepting yourself and your circumstances, you unlock the door to a deeper, more profound sense of inner peace and serenity. 4. Maintain perspective. In the wake of heartbreak, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, to become consumed by the pain and sorrow of the present moment. Yet Stoicism offers us a powerful lens through which to view our experiences, reminding us to maintain perspective even in the midst of adversity. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, gazing out at the vast expanse of the world below. Perspective is like climbing to that mountaintop and seeing our troubles from a higher vantage point, where they appear smaller and more manageable in the grand scheme of things. The Stoic philosophers understood that our perception shapes our reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." Instead of allowing our emotions to cloud our judgment, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a broader perspective that allows us to see beyond the immediacy of our pain. Maintaining perspective means recognizing that the challenges we face are just a small part of the larger tapestry of our lives. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By shifting our focus from what we've lost to what we still have, we can find a sense of gratitude and abundance even in the midst of hardship. Perspective also means recognizing the impermanence of all things. Just as the seasons change and the tides ebb and flow, so too do our experiences come and go. Epictetus wrote, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." By maintaining a perspective of impermanence, we can weather the storms of life with grace and resilience. So, maintain perspective, rise above the immediate challenges of the present moment, and see your life from a broader, more expansive viewpoint. Remember that this too shall pass, and trust that by maintaining a sense of perspective, you will find the strength and wisdom to navigate even the most turbulent seas. 5. Cultivate resilience. In the face of heartbreak, resilience becomes our greatest ally, the sturdy anchor that keeps us grounded amidst the tempest of our emotions. Stoicism teaches us that resilience is not a trait we are born with, but a skill we can cultivate through practice and perseverance. Imagine standing in a forest, surrounded by towering trees that sway in the wind but never break. Resilience is like those trees, bending but never breaking in the face of life's storms. It is the ability to adapt and bounce back from adversity, stronger and more resilient than before. The Stoic philosophers understood that adversity is an inevitable part of the human experience. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles to be avoided, Stoicism encourages us to embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Cultivating resilience means developing a mindset of Stoic endurance, a willingness to persevere in the face of hardship. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By reframing our obstacles as opportunities, we can harness the power of adversity to fuel our personal growth and development. Resilience also means cultivating inner strength and fortitude. Epictetus wrote, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." By focusing on our strengths and resources rather than dwelling on our limitations, we can cultivate a sense of resilience that carries us through even the darkest of times. So, cultivate resilience. Embrace the challenges of life as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Trust in your ability to weather the storms of adversity with grace and courage, knowing that each obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and more resilient than before. 6. Practice gratitude. In the midst of heartbreak, practicing gratitude may seem counterintuitive. How can we find things to be thankful for when our world feels like it's crumbling around us? Yet, Stoicism teaches us that gratitude is not dependent on our circumstances, but is rather a mindset we can cultivate to find peace and contentment even in the darkest of times. Imagine sitting by a crackling fire on a cold winter's night, surrounded by the warmth and light that it brings. Gratitude is like that fire, illuminating the darkness and bringing warmth to our souls. It is the recognition of the blessings that surround us, even in the midst of hardship. The Stoic philosophers understood that gratitude is a powerful antidote to the suffering caused by desire and attachment. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." Instead of focusing on what we lack or what we've lost, Stoicism encourages us to appreciate the abundance that exists in our lives right now. Practicing gratitude means actively seeking out the things for which we are thankful, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil.' By expecting challenges and setbacks, we can cultivate a sense of gratitude for the moments of joy and beauty that punctuate our lives. Gratitude also means acknowledging the interconnectedness of all things and recognizing the contributions of others to our well-being. Epictetus wrote, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." By expressing gratitude for the people and experiences that enrich our lives, we cultivate a sense of connection and belonging that brings us closer to true happiness. So, practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on the blessings that surround you, no matter how small. Cultivate a mindset of appreciation and abundance, knowing that by focusing on the good in your life, you can find peace and contentment even in the midst of heartbreak. 7. Live virtuously. In times of heartbreak, it can be tempting to abandon our principles and succumb to despair or bitterness. However, Stoicism reminds us that true strength lies in living virtuously, even in the face of adversity. Living virtuously means aligning our actions with the highest ideals of wisdom, courage, justice, and compassion. Imagine standing at a crossroads, faced with the choice between taking the high road of virtue or the low road of indulgence. Virtue is like a guiding star, illuminating the path of integrity and moral courage even in the darkest of nights. It is the commitment to living in accordance with our deepest values, regardless of the circumstances. The Stoic philosophers understood that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external possessions or achievements, but from living a life of virtue. Seneca wrote, "The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not." Instead of chasing after fleeting pleasures or material wealth, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate the virtues of wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice that lead to lasting happiness and fulfillment. Living virtuously means embodying these virtues in our thoughts, words, and actions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." By striving to be our best selves and treating others with kindness, integrity, and compassion, we can make a positive impact on the world around us and leave a lasting legacy of virtue. Virtue also means taking responsibility for our choices and actions, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. Epictetus wrote, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. By focusing on what is within our control, namely our attitudes and actions, we can cultivate a sense of inner freedom and autonomy that empowers us to live virtuously, regardless of external circumstances. So, live virtuously. Let your actions be guided by the highest ideals of wisdom, courage, justice, and compassion. Cultivate a life of integrity and moral courage, knowing that true strength lies in living in accordance with your deepest values, even in the face of adversity. 8. Find meaning in the experience. In the aftermath of heartbreak, it can be challenging to find meaning amidst the pain and confusion. However, Stoicism offers us a profound perspective, reminding us that every experience, no matter how difficult, has the potential to teach us valuable lessons and enrich our lives. Imagine standing in a garden, surrounded by flowers of every color and scent. Finding meaning in the experience is like tending to that garden, nurturing the seeds of wisdom and insight that lie hidden beneath the surface. It is the willingness to look beyond the surface of our suffering and discover the deeper truths that lie within. The Stoic philosophers understood that adversity is not something to be feared, but embraced as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Instead of viewing heartbreak as a setback, Stoicism encourages us to see it as a catalyst for personal transformation, a chance to cultivate resilience, wisdom, and inner strength. Finding meaning in the experience means reframing our perspective and asking ourselves what we can learn from the challenges we face. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By embracing the lessons that come with adversity, we can emerge from the experience stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Finding meaning also means recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the role that our experiences play in shaping who we are. Epictetus wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to respond to heartbreak with courage, grace, and compassion, we can transform even the most painful experiences into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. So, find meaning in the experience. Look beyond the surface of your suffering and discover the deeper truths that lie within. Embrace adversity as a teacher and a guide, knowing that by doing so, you will emerge from the experience stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. 9. Seek community and support. In times of heartbreak, it's easy to feel isolated and alone, but Stoicism teaches us the importance of seeking community and support to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Imagine standing in the center of a bustling marketplace, surrounded by people from all walks of life. Seeking community and support is like reaching out to those around you, sharing your burdens and finding strength in the connections you forge. It is the recognition that we are not meant to navigate life's challenges alone, but rather to lean on one another for support and guidance. The Stoic philosophers understood the power of community in helping us to navigate life's challenges. Epictetus wrote, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Instead of withdrawing into ourselves in times of adversity, Stoicism encourages us to seek out the wisdom and support of others who have walked a similar path. Seeking community and support means surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and encourage us, who remind us of our inherent worth and resilience even in the darkest of times. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." By reaching out to others with kindness and compassion, we can create a network of support that sustains us through life's ups and downs. Seeking community and support also means being willing to ask for help when we need it, and to offer help to others in return. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." By embodying the Stoic virtues of kindness, integrity, and compassion, we can create a community of support that strengthens and uplifts us all. So, seek community and support. Reach out to those around you, share your burdens, and find strength in the connections you forge. By surrounding yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, you will find the support you need to navigate life's challenges with resilience, grace, and courage. 10. Embrace impermanence. In the wake of heartbreak, it's natural to cling to the past, to yearn for what once was, and mourn what has been lost. However, Stoicism offers us a profound insight into the nature of reality, reminding us that everything in life is impermanent and subject to change. Imagine standing on the seashore, watching as the waves crash against the shore, only to retreat back into the vast expanse of the ocean. Embracing impermanence is like standing on that shore, witnessing the constant ebb and flow of life's rhythms, knowing that change is the only constant. The Stoic philosophers understood that clinging to the past or fearing the future only leads to suffering. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Instead of resisting the inevitability of change, Stoicism encourages us to embrace impermanence as a fundamental aspect of the human experience. Embracing impermanence means letting go of attachments and expectations, recognizing that nothing in life lasts forever. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." By releasing our grip on the past and surrendering to the flow of life, we can find peace and acceptance in the present moment. Embracing impermanence also means recognizing the beauty and preciousness of each moment, knowing that it will never come again. Epictetus wrote, "Keep death and exile before your eyes each day, along with everything that seems terrible. By doing so, you'll never have a base thought, nor will you have excessive desire." By living with awareness of the fleeting nature of life, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the here and now, cherishing each moment as it unfolds. So, embrace impermanence. Let go of attachments to the past and fears of the future, and embrace the ever-changing flow of life with an open heart and mind. By surrendering to the impermanent nature of reality, you can find peace, acceptance, and joy in the present moment, knowing that each moment is a precious gift to be savored and cherished. In the journey of healing from heartbreak, Stoic philosophy offers invaluable guidance and wisdom. By embracing these 10 principles inspired by Stoicism, we can navigate the tumultuous waters of heartache with grace, resilience, and serenity. Remember, healing is not about denying or suppressing our emotions, but about acknowledging them with clarity and composure. It's about focusing on what we can control, cultivating resilience, and finding meaning in our experiences. It's about seeking community and support, and embracing the impermanent nature of reality. So, as you embark on your journey of healing, may these Stoic principles serve as guiding lights, illuminating the path to inner peace, strength, and self-discovery. And may you emerge from the depths of heartache, not only healed but transformed, ready to embrace life's challenges with courage, grace, and resilience.